So, the virus of positive thinking. It is very underestimated, and a lot of people don't have it conscious in their mind that they can more or less control if they have a positive or a negative life. Positive energy spreads. It's like a virus. It's really like a virus. The virus of positivity. Positive thoughts in your mind create that it happens in your life. It really happens. A person who is positive always get things done, inspires people, more people join in that spirit, and you get things done. Now the question is how you do it, and actually it's very simple. It's a decision, and it's decision making that makes you then a happy person. And successful, you see everywhere successful, and it's always connected to a big career and a lot of money and a big house and beautiful husband or beautiful wife, and oh, then you are successful. No, absolutely not. I would say actually the more things you have, the more chance that life is not good, because everywhere are problems. I had once a friend, he had a whole bunch of houses, and we sitting in the morning there, and he says, Gerardo, you have no house? I said, no. He says, and you're always so happy and positive. And this came after that he received, while we're drinking coffee, 3 calls with problems in these houses, what he had. And that was on an island, and those were the houses he had there. And right away, all problems. And he said, the more you have, the more problems. And he had in elsewhere in Europe, he sold it, but he had a big company in construction. He said, every day, problems. And when that left, that company, he says, my life changed. And so don't confuse a lot of things, wealth, with being positive and happy. Of course it's nice when you can take a vacation. And other people can't do it. And the people who can't do it want also something like that. Well, then believe me, you are actually a happy person. You have still something what you like, what you really would like. Well, people who have a lot of money, they can do everything what they want, and the feeling of I would like this or that is almost not there anymore. And when the feeling is only, and I want more money and more money and more money, what life is that? Well, there are a whole bunch of these people, and other people look up to that. And that looking up makes it these people want more, because they want all people to know they have a lot of money. Yeah. Does it make them happy? Actually, most of those are never happy. And the less you have, the less worries. Now, we all need something. You need a house, and you can buy it or you can rent it. Depends what you can or what you want. Or I always say, if you want it and you work on it, you can get it done. And that's that positive attitude. A consciousness of being positive and constructive. And when you send that out to others, it's like a real virus that all people join because all people like something new, like creative ideas, like that something positive is happening and getting excited. And that makes a whole group or a whole team or a whole company a happy person. And and I say happy person because it becomes one group. They're all together in that happiness in that constructive feeling. And people go with pleasure to the work. They join the community with pleasure. They go with pleasure to a church if they want to, because there is a pastor or whatever, or a rabbi, or you name it, um, that you say that person inspires people. And inspiring you don't do by being negative. It's having in here the positive thoughts. Now, what 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 I do, and when I have meetings with people, is trying that people recognize what capabilities they have. Because we all have that capability. We all can have that positive attitude. This morning, I'm drinking on the Central Park a cup of coffee, and there comes a lady that I know, and she says to me, "Well, today we get sun. This will be a nice day." And I said, "Indeed, this will be a nice day for you, even when it's later raining." And she looked at me and said, "Yeah, because you have the right attitude for this day." And also the appreciation, because with happiness comes also appreciation. Not appreciation for what you want, appreciation for what you have. And if it's little or much, don't mistake. A lot means also a lot of problems. Really, a little, a simple life is most of the time a happy life. So don't try to be like actually what you don't need. That's what I try to say. Because the more you need, the less happy you are. I always said in my life, I worked as a turnaround manager, worked in 22 countries in total, 3 months, 6 months, a year, max 2 years, and then I kept, no, max 3 years. And then I came in Nicaragua, and I stayed here because the happiness, the appreciation for life is very high here. Check the time that I don't go over the 15, 16 minutes. The appreciation of life is very high here, and people don't take life too serious. If you ask me if that always works with business, that's a little bit, because everything what is positive has also a negative side. So when people take it very easy with the job, well, I tell you, with that attitude, you don't survive in the Western world. But here, we're all a little bit flexible and relaxed, and we laugh, and it's a good life. There's no stress. And when we're in a bus, we say hello to each other. And that is giving each other a positive vibe. When someone comes in the bus and smiles to people and says, "Hola, buenos dias," in Spanish, hello, good morning. I mean, people look and say hello. And when they look to the person, they see a smile, they smile. That is that virus. That is that that virus of happiness and positive attitude. Now, the trick is to keep that. The trick is to keep that attitude, not only for one day or doing it so conscious. Actually, you should do it unconscious. It should be simply the way of life. But it's also when you have a bad moment, what we all have, it's always yin and yang. Yeah? And we all have these bad moments. But these bad moments we can drag for days or weeks or months, or we have them for an hour or 5 minutes or 2 minutes. I always say to myself, when I talk to myself, what I do, I communicate with myself and try to be honest to myself. And when I do that, then I have like, will this work? When I stay like this, in this mood? No. Does it bring me something? No. When I'm angry at a person, does that bring me something? No. What does help? Take a walk. I always say, take a walk. Go outside, take a long walk. Clears your mind, orders a little bit your mind, like what options you have, and then you come back and try to do what you found out during your walk. Like, I can do it like this or that, to get a positive output. And that's decision making. Now, decision making is often very difficult for a lot of people. And it has to do with pressure from others. It has to do by what you all want and need and I don't know what. And put yourself under pressure. So it has to do a lot with the character of a person. And we all have to work to learn how to handle our own character. When you're too nice, you have to learn that sometimes that doesn't work, or people abuse you. When you're nasty, you have to learn that sometimes you have to shut your mouth. And when you're jealous, then you have to learn, like, but other people have also a life. It's not all about me. And these are things we all have to learn about. And it affects your mood, of course, because when that struggle is hard, you say, I don't want to do it, but I do it. That's not easy. That's simply not easy. Not all people have an easy life and an easy way of doing things and managing themselves and managing their mind. The base there is, and I say it always, the base is that you eat healthy. And I'm not talking about now you have to eat figs and avocados and I don't know what, all that strange food because it has omega this and omega that and vitamin this and vitamin that. Make it very simple. Don't eat processed food. Don't eat too much. Say when you like fast food, go only once a week and no more. Yeah, that's it. As long as you don't do it every day. Eat healthy, normal portions. Yeah. And with that comes also a clearer mind. Fasting is a very good thing to get a clear mind. And let me check the time again. Yeah. Fasting is a thing. 2 days fasting creates miracles. Not only for your immune system, but also for your mind. It creates a clear mind. It's like you empty your trash. Yeah, like in a computer or in your cellular. You empty the trash and it's all clear. And we all can do that. But the base is that you get more conscious, and a lot of people have that unconscious, and fantastic. But when you don't have that, be more conscious that happy thoughts create happy moments, a happier life. Not always, don't worry, because all these promises from people and then your life is fantastic. And when you make a lot of money, oh, your life is even better. Now, it's enjoying these simple things. Sitting on the table, having a coffee, and then the cake, what you just made, is ready, and you think, you know what? I take a warm slice. And you cut it off and you see, well, this is well done. And you put it on a plate, and with your coffee, you take a little piece of cake, and then you think, wow. I go to friends. They have a small place here, and sometimes I bring stuff what I make, and they have for me stuff what they make for trying out. And every time when we do that, it gives a happy feeling for all of us. We join together in a positive mood to create something positive, to enjoy something positive, healthy, and that's very important. So that's it for today. Enjoy your day. This was Happy Life Coach.